crazy water light. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, trying to get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that mission to the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, trying to get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that mission to the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. What's going on, everybody? Mike was muted, so I didn't get a chance to say what's going on. But what's going on, everybody? Me and V Fanatics, Cowboy Fanatics, man. Had to take a quick break from work. I was tuned in, kind of white noise, Mark Holmes in the background. I know that he had the practice and he was streaming, and I was over there. So I had a good chance to really see a good portion of practice today while I was handling work and stuff like that. So I am one of the people that are blessed. I'm one of the people in the world that's blessed to be able to work from home, and be able to get things done too. So appreciate everybody, man. Say something in the comments, man. I definitely want to acknowledge everybody that's here. Also, a little housekeeping rule: if you do offer a super chat, which I would appreciate, I'm definitely going to stop everything priority and make sure that your comments gets read. Also, too, if you want to help the channel and help it grow, whatnot, the best way is to donate strictly to my Cash App. Got my Cash App here. So, got the housekeeping out of the way. Let's talk practice, man. Practice was a very good one, and we learned a lot about our team. So, first and foremost, the thing that I'll tell you that stood out to me, number one, is that Dak Prescott is who I thought he was. Of what I've been watching in practice this last, this training camp. He's been balling. He's been balling out of control. He's been putting the ball everywhere he needed to. He made the right reads. He was getting it out. He was getting it to the right people. So Dak Prescott absolutely did well. CD Lamb, he did well. He had a couple of drops in there, but I know he scored a touchdown today. I know Jalen Tolbert scored a touchdown today, and from what I understand, I might have missed it, but I think that they were both against Patrick Surtain the second. So that's good news. I know that Dalton Schultz had some chunk plays in there today. I didn't really see from the running game. I didn't see in the running game what I really wanted to see. I expected us to really get to the second level, and we weren't able to really move them like that. And I know at one point we had some line changes, and Denver they kind of beat our ass up front, and it really didn't have anything to do with the players, but it had more so to do with attitude. So, I understand that it's our first time going up against somebody different, but I know that this whole off season we harped on being tough. Like that was the thing that we wanted to do. We wanted to be a grittier, tougher team. And when it came to really just bringing the fight to somebody else up front on the offensive side of the ball, I really just didn't see it. Not from the offensive line. And Nick Eatman made a comment during the practice, and I thought that it was a very interesting comment. The comment was, we kind of miss Lyle Collins out there as far as somebody that's going to go out there and bring the fight to somebody, not necessarily during the play, but after you see, linemen just pointing, somebody pointed at ball, and you know what I mean? Like they kind of, you know, and I hate the term that I hated the term that Jason Garrett had where it was like finish the fight. But man, I mean, I would like to see us get a little bit tougher in them trenches, man. I tell you that much. But I think that, with Dak's quarterback play today, we got the ball out in space quite a bit. I know that at one point, people were talking about dinking and dunking and all of that type of stuff, but it looked like he had major command out there. I know during the 2-minute drill, it kind of got stalled at the end, but Dak was hitting on all cylinders, and it doesn't really look like we're going to struggle as bad offensively as I thought. Noah Brown looks pretty solid today. Cooper Rush. Let's talk about Cooper Rush. Um, I'm, well, before we talk about Cooper Rush, I'm just going to say Will Greer was out with a groin injury today. So if he doesn't practice tomorrow, he's not going to play on Saturday. That's been reported from Mike McCarthy. Um, I really wanted to see Will Greer today because I think that Cooper Rush, or maybe it was a blessing in disguise what happened with Will Greer today. Maybe things happened better for him that Cooper Rush was out there and kind of struggled a bit. Cooper made some good plays, but he also made just as many bad plays. I know he threw a pick to number 43 on their team, who was a rookie. I know it wasn't a good football at all. Um, he missed a couple of throws. Really, so when Dak was out there, you saw completion. Um, and then with Cooper Rush, it kind of you started seeing the ball hit the ground a little bit more. And I'm not going to necessarily say that our O line was really helping the case, but we definitely saw the difference between Dak and Cooper Rush. And I remember there was a time where Cooper Rush used to look better than Dak in camp, or and I remember telling people, "Oh, it doesn't matter because it's just practice." But it's clearly one is light years ahead of the other. I remember at one point people wanted to start Cooper Rush. I remember that crap. Well, I ain't asking for that now, and right now he might be in deep with Will Greer. So, Ben DiNucci kind of came in there a little bit, throwing sidearm, getting the ball in his face. Saw Pollard a little bit in his face. Um, I'll be honest with you, up front, I really didn't see anything that to write home about our offensive line, and that's saying a lot. I do know that Terrence Steele was ready to fight. I know Terrence Steele was ready to fight. I want to say he got in on the scrum out there, so that's good for us, moving forward. And we already know that Terrence Steele is going to have the fight. So guys like Josh Ball, I mean, they got to step up and get a little bit more nasty, man. Definitely. I would have to go back and watch again, possibly, and maybe I'll go back and watch it to see what Tyler Smith did. But I do know that McGovern got quite a bit of reps in with the ones. I know that at one point they moved McGovern to the right guard and then moved Tyler Smith. They had him at the left guard, so they played together. Um, I don't know if Biotis was necessarily getting pushed around in the pass protection. But I do think that there was kind of, I mean, Dak had some clean pockets to throw that football, so that was a good thing. And maybe a lot of it had to do with the fact that he knew what he was seeing ahead of the defense, and he was able to get the football out. So um, Zeke, oh my God, Zeke got crushed on one of these plays. I think that it might have been a stretch to the right, and he tried to cut back, and some linebacker just depleted him, crushed him. He had to come out for a play. Um, I didn't really see too much from Zeke. I didn't really see too much from him. And maybe that's by design. And also just keep in mind, up front, we were kind of getting whooped. Whoever number 93 was for their team was just whipping our ass. You know what I'm saying? Whipping our ass. And I would like to see us get better. But remember, there are struggles and it is just practice. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a first look and how things ended up. Because I do think I expected worse. I really expected worse from the receivers. Noah Brown looked really good today. Really good. So good that a lot of people out there have Noah Brown probably pegged. Some people have him pegged as the number two. I know he's not the number two, but you could definitely see his progression in his offense. And I can't help but to think maybe he's getting coaching. Um, maybe he's getting coaching or he's understanding the coaching a lot better this time around. Because he definitely looks much better. He looks more comfortable. Dak is comfortable with him. And most importantly, really, all you can really ask for, I mean, I know that I'm talking about Cooper Rush and the ball hitting the ground, but with Dak Prescott, the ball rarely hit the ground. And that's a really good sign. Really good sign. Because Denver has some players over there, man. Not going to hold you. The one thing I did not see from practice that I was hoping to see was Russell Wilson or our defense. I don't remember seeing our defense out there at all. I could have tuned in a little bit late or something like that. You guys let me know because again I got to go back and watch it. But from what I watched, I'm pretty sure I watched most of it. But I'm pretty sure I watched most of it, and I don't really remember seeing our defense, which is actually crazy because that's the mark of a good football team. I'm more excited to see the defense than I am the offense. And we saw a lot of the offense. I saw more of the offense today than I really wanted to see. I really wanted to see Russell Wilson getting reps against our defense and seeing how we handle a veteran quarterback that knows what he's doing. because I personally think this defense is going to be really, really good. But seeing us line up against somebody else is different. I know Trayvon Diggs was out today due to soreness. I know Tyron Smith was out today. I can't remember who else was out. But Diggs, I can't help but to wonder if that's something to watch because when I did the video about him having trouble with one-on-ones, I don't know if you guys remember, or for the people that watched it, you can go back and watch it. I said that I wonder if he's dealing with some kind of nagging injury or something because it just doesn't look like he has that second gear. Now I know a lot of people are out there saying, "Well, Simi runs a 4.3." But Trayvon is damn near. Trayvon is like a 4.32, 4.3, 4.4. So it shouldn't have looked like the separation just did like the second gear. If you guys know what I'm talking about. So I'm not sure what the soreness is, but maybe it's something. I don't know. Like I remember in football camp one year, I had really bad shin splints, and that kind of I'm limping around and stuff like that. So maybe it's something, maybe something small, and they're taking care of it now. But feel free in the comment section to I'm going to put in the Q&A because at this point, I've pretty much said everything that I wanted to talk about. Mary Alvarez said, "Did you see Randy out there getting in Cowboys' faces?" Yeah, I did, and I was going to talk about that, but Randy Gregory um, had a big chip on his shoulder out there. He had a big chip on his shoulder, and he didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? He was in the street clothes, I believe, and he was just in the middle of everything, and they just allowed him to live in the heads rent free. I thought, and but there's nobody that knows our offensive lineman probably better than Randy Gregory, and he knew what buttons to push and who to push the buttons with. And I think that ultimately it led to us kind of getting punked up front. We didn't get punked in the skills, but we got punked up front. We definitely did. And things could change, but it doesn't look much different than what it was last year if you're looking at the where we left off. Because the San Francisco game is the game that everybody wants to hold. Um, that's the game where we kind of we use that as a measuring stick because if we get into the playoffs or if we want to be a playoff team, those are the type of environments that you're going to have to play in. Where guys are pretty much just mean and ready to fight and all of that type of stuff. Like because you have not, I mean, you have nothing to lose, and at the end of the day, I think that that's what's missing in Dallas, and I know that the organization feels that way as well. They feel like our players feel like they have I don't know like they have something to lose. You know what I'm saying? And we're going up against people who don't have anything to lose or who are used to playing like that. You know, and we have to be able to take our mind there in those type of situations a lot more consistently. If we want to be a tough football team, you can't just be tough against. We can't just be tough against each other and not tough against somebody else. You get what I mean? Like we have to step it up when it comes to the physicality because if we can't run the football, we're gonna have trouble this year. We're definitely gonna have trouble. Amoro said, but we did have 4 TDs, so I mean, and that's something. That's something that I mean, that's great. It's great to have 4 TDs, and it's great for the guys to show up that we thought were going to show up. But at the end of the day, we got to get a little bit tougher in those trenches because that is where I feel like we lost ground, and that's where we lost momentum last year against teams like Denver. Denver smacked us in the mouth. Um, I felt like the Cardinals smacked us in the mouth. I don't feel like Tampa Bay smacked us in the mouth. I really don't. I think that that was a game that we could have won. They were better up front, stopping us against the run, but we had really good protection. We didn't even have Zach Martin that game, and we protected Dak really well, and Dak was able to put the ball wherever he wanted to against Tampa Bay. And I can't remember the other teams that we lost to. In the chat, if you guys can, let me know who else we lost to. I had the Bucks, the Broncos, the Cardinals, And I can't remember who else we lost to. Mary Alvarez says, "How about that pick from Bashman?" I heard he had a pick. I must have missed it. I must have missed it. I don't know. Like, oh, I must have missed it. Yeah. So I appreciate you guys for really stopping by. I wanted to talk practice a little bit. You know, just for a quick bit before I go back and do a little bit of work. But ultimately, if I had to give us a grade from what I saw, I would probably give us around a B minus. There's still room for improvement, but I thought ultimately we did pretty solid. I think we did. I think we did better than Denver did, and I'm pretty sure they're going to go back to the room and all they really won was the fight. But as far as the scrimmage goes, and as far as plays and stuff like that, I thought we won more plays than Denver did. Um, but it's still pretty early. You're not in this game to win scrimmages. You know what I'm saying? You're not in this game to win scrimmages, but you are in this game to win every play, every snap that you're playing. So that is a good sign there. But let me know what you guys think, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, man. And I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Oh.
Says on the beat, boy.
Yeah. Cause he wanna life. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, tryna get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that mission to the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, tryna get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that mission to the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for stopping by. And I'm out. Peace.